What narcissists do when they think you're too tough to control, manipulate, and dominate. Narcissists are notorious for being completely self-absorbed. They have little to no regard for anyone or anything beyond their own desires and needs. For them, relationships are not about mutual support, connection, or care. It's all about what they can extract from others to fuel their own egos. The role that you play in their life will only remain important as long as you serve a purpose. If you meet their need for validation, admiration, or control, they will keep you close. However, the moment you stop serving those needs, you quickly become irrelevant to them. To narcissists, people are disposable. They are only valuable as long as they can provide something that helps them maintain their inflated sense of self-worth. Whether they perceive you as a minor or major obstacle, narcissists will do whatever it takes to assert their dominance over you. Their ultimate goal is not to nurture meaningful relationships, but to ensure that they are in control of every interaction. It is not about your needs, desires, or feelings. It's about them using you to meet their own. Narcissists will employ a wide range of tactics to maintain this control, especially when they feel threatened by someone. If they perceive that someone is resisting their influence or might even expose their behavior, they will go to great lengths to neutralize that threat. This can involve manipulation, guilt-tripping, emotional abuse, and other underhanded methods designed to wear you down and make you feel powerless. They often won't hesitate to discard you or turn on you if they feel you are no longer useful, or if you start challenging their authority in any way. This behavior is part of a pattern of exploiting people for their own gain, without any regard for how it affects the other person. In this video, we'll dive deeper into some of the tactics narcissists use when they perceive someone as a threat, and we'll explore how they manipulate and control those around them to maintain their fragile sense of superiority. These tactics can be subtle, but they are always aimed at diminishing your sense of self-worth and ensuring that the narcissist remains in charge. Understanding these strategies is key to protecting yourself from their toxic influence and learning how to disengage from their control. One of the most important things to recognize is that narcissists often target individuals who have a strong sense of self and who are mentally resilient. People with a solid, healthy mentality are naturally more resistant to being swayed by the narcissist's manipulations. These individuals are typically more aware of their own boundaries and emotions, and they are not easily swayed by the narcissist's tactics of flattery, guilt, or emotional exploitation. Narcissists, however, see these strong-willed individuals as a challenge. They will attempt to break them down, isolate them, or diminish their sense of self-worth in order to regain control. This is one of the key ways narcissists attempt to assert their power. They seek out those who are grounded and strong and try to undermine that strength. But how can you protect yourself when dealing with a narcissist, especially one who is using tactics to weaken your resolve? The first step is to recognize their behavior for what it is and understand that it's not about you. It's not about whether or not you are good enough or worthy. It's about the narcissist trying to maintain control over every aspect of their environment, including their relationships. Narcissists use people to fuel their own sense of self, and if you are no longer providing them with the validation they seek, they will quickly turn on you. The most important thing you can do in these situations is to detach emotionally and stop engaging in the games they play. By refusing to be manipulated, you can take back some of the power that the narcissist has stolen from you. Before we continue with more examples and tips on handling narcissists, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of you who have taken the time to watch this video. Your support means a great deal, and it encourages me to keep creating content that helps you navigate the complexities of dealing with narcissism. If you found this video useful, I would really appreciate it if you could share it with anyone in your life who might benefit from understanding these behaviors. Whether it's a family member, friend, or coworker, sharing this knowledge can help others protect themselves from toxic relationships. And if you're new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe so you won't miss any future updates. We cover a wide range of topics, from recognizing narcissistic behavior to managing difficult relationships and improving your mental well-being. By subscribing, you'll stay informed on how to deal with these toxic personalities and learn ways to better protect yourself and your emotional health. I truly appreciate your support, and I'm grateful to have you as part of this community. All right, let's dive into today's topic: how narcissists react to people who aren't easily influenced and who are self-assured, with a clear sense of direction and purpose in life. Narcissists are known for their inability to accept others for who they truly are. They crave control and admiration, and they tend to view people through the lens of how much validation or power they can extract from them. Anyone who doesn't fit into their narrative, those who don't fall for their manipulative tactics or seek their approval, is seen as a threat to their sense of superiority. These individuals typically exude a natural confidence, maintain excellent self-esteem, and possess a strong, well-grounded sense of identity. For narcissists, this is deeply unsettling because it reminds them of their own insecurity. Narcissists cannot stand seeing others who are comfortable in their own skin and confident in their choices. It challenges their need for dominance and control, making them feel inferior or vulnerable. Despite the threat that these individuals pose to their fragile egos, narcissists will often go after them anyway. Narcissists don't shy away from pursuing people who show strength and independence. In fact, the more self-assured someone is, the more likely a narcissist will feel compelled to try to dominate or manipulate them. This behavior stems from the narcissist's need to feel in control of everyone and everything around them. No matter how confident or grounded a person may be, the narcissist will attempt to break them down, either to assert their dominance or to prove that no one can remain unscathed in their presence. Narcissists want to believe that they are the ultimate authority and that they can mold and manipulate anyone to fit their desires. When faced with someone who stands firm in their self-worth and doesn't fall prey to their tactics, narcissists will employ all kinds of strategies to undermine that person. They will use guilt, manipulation, belittling, and sometimes outright aggression to break down that person's confidence and create doubt. The more the narcissist perceives someone as a challenge, the more relentless they will become. They will stop at nothing to achieve their ultimate goal, which is to maintain their sense of superiority and control over others. To a narcissist, no one is immune to their tactics. Everyone is a potential target, especially those who pose a challenge to their inflated sense of self. This need to dominate and control can lead narcissists to engage in emotionally abusive behaviors, trying to wear down the person's self-esteem and sense of security. Narcissists often see the world as a game in which they must always come out on top, and anyone who refuses to play by their rules becomes a target. Their sense of entitlement and belief that they are superior to everyone else drives them to pursue people who show signs of independence, strength, and confidence, with the aim of breaking them and reasserting control. In their minds, if they can bring someone down who doesn't need them for validation or approval, it proves their power and reinforces their ego. So, if you find yourself dealing with a narcissist who is threatened by your self-assuredness, it's important to be aware of their tactics and not to give in to their manipulation. Understanding how they react to confident, independent individuals can help you protect yourself and maintain your boundaries. Narcissists thrive on control, and the moment they perceive that control slipping away, they will go to great lengths to regain it. But by staying grounded in your self-worth and resisting their attempts to undermine you, you can protect your emotional well-being and avoid being pulled into their toxic web. In order for narcissists to feel better about themselves, they believe that they need to lower the self-esteem of those around them. Even if some of us are clever and resilient when it comes to narcissists' tactics, we might not succumb to the love bombing that they're hurling at us, but they're still determined to influence our lives and wait for the time when we let our guard down. Love bombing may appear to be narcissists' favoured strategy of gaining the control of others, but they also have more at their disposal to achieve their goals. For instance, when they realise that flattery and charm aren't enough, they'll resort to playing the victim in an attempt to gain your sorry and sympathy. We have to accept the fact that narcissists don't care what other people think of them. They just need something to work with. This means that whether it be love, affection, or pity they can get their hands on, they count them all the same attention. Because your emotional involvement in them suggests that they're important to you and that they have a bearing on your life, hence, they'll continue to work with that angle and then add some flattery and charm in order to help clinch the bargain if they can make you feel sorry for them. To acquire control and force us to succumb to their will, if love bombing is not working, they will often make a last-ditch effort to appeal to our sympathetic side and make us feel sorry for them. As a way to get out of doing their jobs, they would dishonestly claim to be ill. In other situations, they'll even go so far as to purposefully cause their own injury in order to garner your attention. These people will whine and beg for your help, saying they have no one else to turn to. They'll say it all over again. Narcissists tend to act weak when confronted with a strong opponent. The way they infiltrate your life is by appearing vulnerably and humble in order to acquire your trust. They want to ruin you slowly, so they make sure to infiltrate your life completely until you let your guard down against them. At the end of the day, you may have assisted them out of a ditch, but they may turn around and toss you back into the ditch and continue on their way without exhibiting any regret for what they've done. So, always be cautious. Narcissists will either claim to be in love with you or pretend to be a victim to get you to fall for their scam. When they successfully knock down a prominent person, in this case, is you, it offers them a big boost to their self-esteem, making them believe that their own strength and superiority are genuinely greater. They do it with glee and then cast you out when they've gotten all they could get out of you. If they can't directly influence you and bring you to your knees, they're left with only one choice. They'll act like they admire you and want to follow you anywhere to learn from you. Nonetheless, the narcissist is limited in their options in this situation. That's because you have a strong mentality, and they didn't get to know you well enough to uncover any weaknesses or secrets you could have had. Consequently, their other option is to focus on those who are physically close to you. The narcissist will use everyone who falls for their lies and believes them to gain entry to your life or simply learn more about you. Narcissists are masters of deception. A close relationship with a close friend or family member is what they'd go after. They will do everything they can to make you feel uncomfortable and turn your friends and family against you in the process. They have one purpose in mind, and it's to make people hate you. Narcissists crave attention from other people because they see you as a threat. The narcissist will never be satisfied with merely disliking, betraying, or abandoning you. They will always be looking for new ways to hurt you, and they want everyone in your environment to be a part of the process. Because of this, they take advantage of every opportunity to disseminate false tales and gossip about others. For instance, they will go out of their way to get you dismissed from your job. Even though you're performing well, if everyone is against you, You won't have a place to work there anymore. It's people like them that will accuse you of doing things that you did not do. When the narcissist sees that you're more popular and respected than they are, they will obsess about ways to bring you down. They'll do this because they're afraid of what you'll do to them. Narcissists' life's purpose is to get their hands on everything that they don't have at the moment. For them, domination is all that matters. Therefore, they will cheat, steal, lie, and manipulate their way into your life to get it. They can't stand it when others achieve greater levels of success than they do. In their minds, they loathe it when others see through their fabricated personas. They dislike when we are unable to fall for their lies and be caught in their webs. These people dislike our strong moral character and independent spirit. Because of this, they try to take these things away from us and ruin us in the process. Finally, when the narcissist decides it's time to face the task of defeating you, it doesn't matter how easy or difficult they perceive you to be as a target. Once they've exhausted their initial tactics, such as trying to win you over with love bombing or playing the victim card, they will escalate their efforts. They will resort to even more deceptive and underhanded strategies. One of the most common tactics narcissists employ is enlisting the help of someone you know and trust. They'll manipulate those around you to get closer to you, sow doubt, or turn people against you, all in an effort to undermine your position. This is part of their pattern. They can't stand seeing you thrive, and they'll do whatever it takes to regain control over the situation, even if it means dragging you down with them. Narcissists are persistent in their attempts to sabotage those they perceive as threats, and they will keep coming at you with different angles and people in an attempt to break you down. It's crucial that you fully understand their tricks and tactics, as they are highly skilled at manipulation and deceit. You need to recognize that this will be an ongoing challenge, no matter how much progress you make. Narcissists thrive on control, and they will not simply let go of their need to dominate and undermine those around them. They will try to chip away at your confidence and your successes, especially as you move forward in life or gain recognition in any area. No matter how high you climb on the social or professional ladder, the narcissist will always see it as an opportunity to bring you down. Their need to feel superior and in control of others is relentless, and the closer you get to achieving your goals, the more they will target you. That's why it's so important to remain vigilant and exercise caution in your interactions with narcissists. The more aware you are of their tactics, the better you can protect yourself from their manipulation. They'll try to catch you off guard, to twist your words, to make you doubt yourself, and to manipulate your relationships and perceptions. This is why it's essential to stay grounded in your own truth and set strong boundaries. Once you recognize their patterns, you can better navigate their toxic behavior and not allow them to control your emotions, relationships, or success. I genuinely hope that this information has been helpful to you in understanding the tactics narcissists use to try to manipulate and control those around them. It's important to know that you are not alone in this experience, and being aware of their behavior is the first step in protecting yourself from their harmful influence. If you've had similar experiences, please feel free to share your thoughts and any personal stories in the comments section below. Engaging in conversation about these topics helps to spread awareness and gives others the strength to stand up against manipulation. Thank you for taking the time to read and reflect on this important issue.